Someone said DJ Burns eats on and off the court. Good morning. Let me tweet this out because I don't think I ever even told anybody we were going live. All right, tweet it out. Oh my God, yo, NASCAR. So I recorded the video. I was editing it. I had this whole video plan, all the graphics made. Put like a couple hours of work into this video, right? Right in the middle of my edit, they shift all the odds. I guess the qualifying finished, so the starting lineup was announced, and they switched. The guy I liked was Chase Elliott at plus 2,000. He was plus 800. The odds had shifted so much that I couldn't even upload the video. It was so far off. I literally had to scrap the whole thing. I was so frustrated. And it was my fault because I should have been aware of when the qualifying was. They used to do it on Thursday or Friday. I guess they do it on Saturday now. Shows you how closely I follow NASCAR. But yeah, oh man, I was pissed. Don't I told you. We can go through the spreadsheets if you guys want. There's only 5 games. One sec, let me invite these guys in. Yeah, I did tell Toast he was on the wrong side of that because I thought he was. Let's see, Toast. And all right, what's up? What game? Brown, I guess you guys want to talk about Brown. I guess that is the first one, right? Brown, Yale, yeah. Signs at 8 now. All right. Strength of schedule, Brown, but Yale's obviously been better. Man, Brown just never attacks the rim, huh? Brown's taking most of their shots from out here. Hey, Yale's got some ugly-looking defensive numbers against jump shooters. Okay, Brown. Brown should be able to score. But holy shit, that's alarming. That's alarming. Man, Brown better keep Yale out of the paint in this one. Could get ugly. I mean, I'm probably just going to take Brown because I was on him yesterday. I'm probably just going to tail Toast, to be honest. Yeah, Toast had 2 monster days in a row. He was so ice cold, and ever since he had that rant on the show, damn it. Apparently I messed up the date here. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that from here. No, I don't. It says March 17th. Oh, maybe he's talking about the thumbnail. Maybe the thumbnail says the 16th. Yo, I know. Toast. 2 days ago, Toast was like on such a depressing rant on the show. But then he had back-to-back huge days. Yo. I gotta take a piss real quick.
Can you hear me, Andy? Try unmuting it. I don't hear you, but maybe that's because he hasn't set it up on that end. Because I'm assuming you can hear me.
Are you guys just sitting here not talking?
I can't hear Andy.
Oh. Maybe back
Oh,
up.
I didn't even know I was on the show. I couldn't hear Andy, so I just assumed that you hadn't even brought us up yet. Good morning, everybody.
Everyone's just watching you guys sit in silence. I can.
Yeah. I'm feeling great.
Feel a lot better if I could pull a winning NBA day out here.
I mean,
big game today in the NBA, I hear. Bucks, Suns.
Yeah, but Giannis might not even play.
Oh, well, that's... Oh, so there's a big NBA game and one of the best players isn't playing? Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah, Giannis and Beasley. I kind of hope Giannis is ruled out because I'm down to take the Bucks as home dogs there.
college injury information can suck, but at least the NBA is just on a different level.
Well, the thing is, in the NBA, everyone knows the players. So, if in college, if like the third best player on the team is ruled out, like 90% of the people aren't even going to know.
Fair.
If that happens in NBA, everyone's like, oh
Oh my God, with his 11 minutes.
Right. There's like maybe 50 players in the country in all of college basketball that people would know if they're out. And then everyone else, it's like, yeah, whatever.
That's very true.
Pop Beaver's like, I ruled him out. I have his rebound prop.
One of the sounds you made was definitely a sound I've heard him make. Like,
oh!
I just miss hearing him because like he would use all these words and sayings that I had never heard of when he gets pissed off, and so it's like a learning session for me.
Yeah. Are you going to have a selection show tournament special? I didn't plan on it, but I mean, I'll be sitting on this computer working. So if you guys want me to go live while we're doing it, I guess. You guys want to watch me while I do that?
In all
We can do that.
Toast. Is Temple winning today?
I need to see the pie charts. I want to see the pie charts to make my 100% decision.
I think I remember when I did them. I think it was heavily UAB.
So,
but I could be wrong. I could be misremembering.
I'd be shocked. It started at 4.5.
I can't.
It went up to 7 or whatever it was, 7.5.
It's down to 7. I see 6.5 now.
Oh, Temple's winning.
I think Temple's winning. I
think Temple's winning.
I think Temple's winning today. It's tough. They beat. I mean, they beat the best team in the conference, obviously, yesterday. And I think that was more FAU played like shit. But now, adrenaline comes in like NC State yesterday.
Okay, but again, like I said yesterday, this idea that Temple has been playing terrible basketball is kind of a fallacy. And not to mention the fact that UAB is at 40 spots worse than the worst team that they are, the SMU, which is the 71st team, which is, okay, let's just take Florida Atlantic. Let's throw Charlotte out. Let's just throw those two away. They still beat the 71st team in Kempom by 15. Yeah. UAB's 106.
Yeah, you make a great point there. They're sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. What seed would they be if they made the tournament? My friend and I were arguing about this yesterday.
Dude.
He said a 15. I said honestly, they have to be a 13.
The only thing that has me like, not about this game, but like because they could still cover is like, what does the NCAA tournament do if they have a team that's literally being investigated for point shame?
Well, yeah, that's. Do you not include their game? like
what do you do? Because they have to. They've won, so if they do win, they're gonna have to be in.
Is it? I don't know if that's. I don't want to say it's been completely dispelled because what happened that day was very suspicious. But they've rattled off. They're not doing anything now because they're rattling off 5 in a row now. So I don't know. I don't know if it's been completely disproven, but I believe it less now, seeing that they completely turned everything around and they're really good now. So
and again, even if we're comparing UAB and stuff, if you go back like just a month to the 17th or 16th of last month, UAB has 3 losses. Temple has 0. Or sorry, 2. Yeah. So Temple's playing better basketball right now, technically, than UAB.
Man,
how about them Ducks though, boys? Huh?
Oh, Ducks fly together.
Right? Together.
I want to lay 9.5 with the Clippers so bad, and I just know it's a bad decision.
Is James Harden playing?
He's questionable.
I don't know.
And that's a big one because I want to get.
Damn, the chart's got a 0.3 point difference. Wow, 0.03. Interesting.
I bet the Spurs, and it's like such a public play. It's gonna be an ugly one.
Good morning, Scoop.
What's going on?
You look happy.
Flames.
I'm just pissed off about soccer.
Okay. Yeah, Sunday morning soccer. Right?
It's just like, it's annoying.
Take it from somebody who was literally in the worst spot possible. It all comes back around.
It's just like when someone gets a red card, you're like screwed. The other team's gonna score.
Take it from somebody who was tying a noose to their ceiling fan the other night.
just 48 hours ago.
I like the matchup for the Spurs, man, though. I think I'm on the right side. I don't care if the public's on it. Look at these strength of schedule numbers in the last 10 for Brooklyn. 20. Actually, no one wants to talk about NBA. What am I doing?
I actually got a really nice DM from this guy that said people were talking shit to you about being depressed, but I think that's really cool. That was really
DM
cool
you in that voice?
Yeah, he was. It was a voice message.
Yeah, it's a you obviously if you're in a cold stretch and people are telling you can't hop on the stream like, what's up, guys? Like,
and that's what he said. He was like, I just appreciate you being honest with it. He's like, you don't see that often.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's kind of hard not to be. Unless you're just a psycho.
For real. Unless you're just not betting them. Like,
yeah, I guess that would do it too. But Andy, how about them Dukes?
Yeah, that was a good one yesterday. That was definitely a good one. I was going to ask about the Antelopes. I thought that team is going to pull an upset. I want to know who they're going to play, and as soon as I see it, I'm betting it.
Dude, I thought they weren't going to cover for a minute.
I'm impressed at the end of the game where they dunked that, where they probably shouldn't have, obviously.
Well, they were already covering before that.
No, I know.
Toast, are you betting all 5 of these?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Sauce, you on a cold streak right now? Yes, I've had 3 losing days. I actually didn't notice until you commented that. Am I?
Thanks for stating
shit.
a fact.
Now he's only up 33 units for the year?
38.
Oh. My favorite thing is when you post a ticket and someone actually replies to the ticket saying, "Hey, these all lost." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks."
I'm aware. This is my job. I'm well aware.
Well, yeah, man, thanks.
Or someone will comment on YouTube about, well, I give out like 7 picks, and one of them was like the Cavs, let's say. So big. Cavs got blown out.
Yeah, Cavs lost, man.
I know. Thanks.
Wow. I wouldn't have had any other way of finding out that information. Thank you for commenting that. Thank you.
Bad pick. Thanks. I was like, what am I supposed to say to that? I'm like, all right, I know. I messed up that one. Appreciate it.
Or like, I'll start the video off and be like, last night was a tough one, went 1-3. Let's bounce back, and then I'll go into it, and someone will comment like, "This guy lost money last night," as if he's like exposing me. Like, dude, I started the video off as if he's like, "Don't listen to him." He like. Dude, I started the video off saying I was 1-3 last night. It couldn't be more transparent. You can see every bet I've placed on the website in the last 3 years. Couldn't be more transparent if I tried.
I actually started my ticket off with saying, like what's it called? The Adam Sandler movie. What's the one when we went to school? No, the one when we went to school back to
Billy
school.
Madison.
Billy Madison. And I was like, I suck. You guys are good. I'm not smart.
Saw that.
I'm not attractive.
I'm not attractive, and they're like, "Yeah, man, you sucked yesterday." I'm like, "Yes, that was the point of my my thing."
Yeah, of course we do an MLB show 4:00 every day. In fact, when MLB starts, I'm switching the time of the NBA show to because the
the MLB show gets wild. It gets personal. It's just
So I've been told.
Nate Collison, I don't think it's the pick wrong. It's the confidence in the pick when given, like UNC yesterday. Bro, it doesn't matter how confident or not confident someone is. If you take a bet without knowing that there's a chance it's going to lose, that's on you. Like, I thought
Who had UNC yesterday? Was it you?
I was the only one. I think everyone else had North Carolina State.
I had Florida.
But let's be clear about that. That was an understandable pick. Like, they were far better than NC State all year. They beat the crap out of FSU the other day. They beat Pitt. They came back and beat Pitt. Like, that wasn't understandable. You thought NC State was going to fall off and then North Carolina would blow them out. It usually happens that way. Didn't happen yesterday. NC State played really well. Like, that was
also Kyle didn't know that Kevin Keats was able to bring Escalade back. He didn't know that.
I don't even know what those words are you just said to me.
Kevin Keats is the coach of NC State, if you're wondering what that is.
Escalade's the N1 mixtape basketball player.
Oh, yeah, I know Escalade. I know Escalade.
And that's who DJ Burns looks like.
Okay.
He's going to be the guy in March, right? He's going to be like the person everybody discovers, I say, although he's been playing high major basketball.
What do you mean discovers? Like, he's been doing this for 3 years.
You know, there's always somebody like, I know, but
me and Toast were talking about this dude last,
I know, but
2019.
He's gonna be the guy trending on Twitter. He's gonna be the Dougie Etter, even though he's been playing high major basketball for 4 years.
Dude, he was making big plays
because of the way he looked
in like 2022 for NC State.
Yeah, he's great.
I got to give Ben Carey his flowers. He's the one that came up with that Escalade comparison months ago. I give him that. That was just absolutely awesome.
Yeah, Knicks was huge. If you were in the Discord, I bet Knicks plus 3.5 and Knicks money line. That got a big chunk of change back for us. Unfortunately, I didn't post it on the website, so I can't count it on my record. But Financially, it was nice.
That makes so much sense because I was so confused because that was the only thing I played from you, and I was like, man, I wonder what else he posted.
Yeah, well, there's no perfect way to do it, but the way I do it is if something doesn't get posted on the website, even if I shared it in the Discord, it doesn't count. It's only fair because, like last night, obviously, if I put my Knicks bet on the website, I had a winning Sunday. I had the Knicks money line, but I didn't post it on the website. I only shared it in the Discord. So it sucks that time in that situation. But there's also situations where I had a winning night, but I shared a losing bet in the Discord. I didn't have to count that because I didn't.
Absolutely.
It helps me, and sometimes it hurts me.
I know what it's like in college, where like if I want to post a line like overnight, sometimes I do, and then sometimes I don't because it's like, man, I know like a whole bunch of people aren't going to get this line, and that's not what we're trying to do. Like we're trying to make sure that everybody can get those lines.
I never understood that. The whole idea is people tune in to help them place their bets.
Yeah.
And like I've had guests on the show where they'll give their reasoning for a bet they made 2 days ago that like is no longer available, and they're like going into detail. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like
you can't get this
no
anymore,
one can bet this. So like what are you talking about? What's the point? Are you just like, look how good I am? Like if no one can bet it, who cares?
Somebody asked if NC State's on the greatest run of all time. No, but also they're not even in the greatest run of all this year yet, because if Temple wins today, I think it's the best run I might have ever seen in my life.
They are the first team ever, besides I think the 2011 UConn team, to win 5 games in 5 days. If I'm correct.
Did Georgetown do it that year, or no? The Big East tournament's 4 games in 5
I think it's 4. So I think
they're
the only other team besides UConn to go 5 games in 5 days.
That year saved Patrick Ewing.
It's all right. When there's 22 conference teams, we're gonna have 6 rounds apparently. So.
No, not everybody's gonna make it. That's the rule.
That's true.
Ready?
Yeah.
We're starting off in the Ivy League. Oh, by the way, just in case everyone's not familiar with how this works today in college basketball, there's 5 conference championship games. That's it. And then selection is tonight. What time is that tonight, Toast?
6 o'clock it starts.
6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock tonight is when we find out who's in the bracket. And me and Andy haven't decided what we're going to upload for that. Maybe we'll do some kind of live show. I want to do... You know what I want to do? I'm going to do some kind of giveaway in the Discord. I'll give away like $500 or something. If there's some kind of pick 'em for March Madness, I'll post it on the website too, so you don't have to check the Discord every 5 minutes. For those of you who don't use Discord like that, I'll post it on the website and let you know. We'll do something like that, some kind of bracket challenge or something like that. Anyway, 5 games today. First up, Ivy League Championship. Brown catching 7.5 points. Yale laying 7.5. Toast, are you going right back to the Brownies?
I would like to, but I just can't get there. I know a lot of people have asked me about this one. And as much as I would love to go right back to the Brown Bears, who really came in through huge for us yesterday, this Yale team should absolutely punish them. First and foremost, I just want to say this isn't an indication of like me talking or trying to go against Brown. Brown hasn't lost a game since February 17th, including beating this Yale team in overtime on the road at Yale's building by 3. But it's just one of those situations where Yale is also playing very good basketball right now. They've only lost 3 games in the last month or so, including to this Brown team, but Yale should eat this team up inside. Yale is one of the 36th biggest team in the country. Brown comes in at 262. What they do really well is they defend the 3 ball and they create turnovers. That's one thing that Yale doesn't do. They don't turn the ball over. They don't shoot a lot of threes. They really pack it inside, and that's going to be a problem for me. Not to mention the fact that the Yale defense is actually very, very solid as well. The Brown can shoot, but unless they're absolutely hot from deep, which they've been shooting well, they're going to really struggle inside because Yale can really play defense inside too. Brown doesn't shoot free throws. Yale shoots free throws really well. It's just really, really hard for me to get there with Brown because Brown does a lot inside. It's just not a good matchup for Brown. So with the size and all that, and it really seems like Brown's a super public side here, I think Yale gets it done here.
Yeah, we're polling heavy on Brown. Pie charts are showing. It seems like everyone's taking Brown here. I like that. But I was pretty much deciding I was going to tell you whatever you said there. So Yale sounds good to me. And by the way, the Discord is KyleKirms.com. It's right on the homepage. So if you go to KyleKirms.com, there's a link right in the middle. It says click to join Discord. All right. So let's bring up Scoop next.
Yeah. First of all, Toast, I could tell your kid's sleeping because you're so quiet today. Yeah, the tournaments are pretty ridiculous. I think there's no 1 seeds today. Just want to let you guys know. I think only 12 one seeds actually made it, just won their tournament. So that's pretty insane. That might be indicative of what we're gonna see in March Madness, because the one seeds didn't do well these tournaments at all. Yeah, I mean, Brown came out firing against Princeton. They turned the ball over 18 times, but they still won by 9. They had that 22-point lead. It was a blowout, even though the final score was close. I'm still going to take Brown here. What's funny is Ivy League this year, they had 3 teams in the Ken Palm's top 100. Only Yale's left. I think Yale will definitely love seeing Brown here rather than Princeton, but I'm going to ride the 13 and 17 Brown Bears, baby. Teams on these type of runs are solid right now. Ivy League only had 1 game in this tourney, but Brown was doing this before the tournament started, winning 5 or 6 in a row. This team just beat Yale in overtime last week, like Toast said. Plus, Brown's 8-0 against the spread the past 8, and that includes 7 wins over every other Ivy League team. Brown's offense is on fire right now. I know what Toast said. Yale's a better team, but I can't see a reason to fade Brown right now, even though Yale's the better team. So I'm going to take the Brown points.
Scoop said, and I quote, "I'm going to keep riding the Bears." Let's bring up Andy.
I tried to get there with Brown. I think yesterday was more when you turn over the ball 18 times, it was, I think he said, and you still win. It's not necessarily because you played well. It's because the other team played like crap. And that's pretty much what Princeton did. They looked past Brown. I think it's similar to what I felt yesterday. Yale far better than Brown, just like Princeton was, and I'm going to stick with Yale here. I think Brown hasn't made the tournament since 1986, so they all know that stuff. They're all going to come in, like I said about NC State yesterday, playing with house money, right? You are not expected to win this game, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to play well. They can feel that. They can be happy. They can be all, if we win, we go to the tournament, and they can all be frozen. And that's what I'm expecting here, because Yale, they expected to be in this position. Brown did not. So I think the team with more experience in this spot, team that expected to be here, far better team anyway, pretty much in every stat you can look at. So I'm going to stick with Yale, even though Brown is playing really good basketball. Yale is still playing really good basketball themselves.
Scoop on an island. But the community, the viewers definitely agree with Scoop, because 58% of you said Brown and just 28% said Yale. 33%, I'm sorry, 58%, 33%. So community definitely leaning towards Brown with Scoop. We are the ones on the island here with Yale.
I won the Florida and Mississippi State games on the island yesterday, so hopefully that continues.
Duquesne.
Over those games.
UTEP screwed. UTEP lost though.
Duquesne, VCU plus 2.5. VCU minus 2.5. Pass. All right. I mean, not knowing a ton about these teams, I just know one of them continues to come through for me, and that's the Dukes.
You goddamn right, baby.
Are we just whoa, what the heck? I think I might have just. I hope I didn't just mess the chat up. Someone sent a test message. Shit. I think I might have just accidentally clicked something that ruined the chat. Oh, never mind. No, it's still working. My bad. Anyway, Andy, you going with the Dukes?
No, I'm sticking with VCU. VCU helped me out yesterday. I think they're the better team, but I know why people can say they're not. I said again, close lines come down to free throw shooting. VCU is a very good free throw shooting team. Pretty much all of that, and they're both very hot right now. So I think it'll be a great game. But pretty much for me, it was VCU helped me yesterday. Duquesne did too, but VCU helped me more, and I'll take VCU here.
Doesn't this feel like the exact same? Even the colors are the same. Where it's VCU 2.5 favorites. Everyone's taking the dog, which was St. Joe's plus 2.5, including me. And you know what? St. Joe's did bring it back. It was tight in the second half for a while, but VCU ended up winning. I think they ended up winning by like 7 or 8. But Toast, are you going to fade VCU again?
Yeah, I'm be fading VCU again. I'll be all over the Dukes here. I really like the matchup for them. Ken Palm has this a 1-point game. Neither one of these teams are going to be playing at a very fast pace as far as the conference is concerned, 10th and 11th in average adjusted efficiency. And then not to mention the fact that with Duquesne, we're going to have Day Grant, who's one of the better players in the conference, and Jimmy Clark as well. Jimmy Clark also played for VCU as well. And Jimmy Clark has been going off in this tournament, 18, 16, 20, 22, his last couple nights. And I think if those two are going, I think that the Duquesne is a very live dog here today. Obviously, do I worry about the free throw shooting at times? Yes, but it's just because VCU's a very good free throw shooting team. They shoot 80% as a team. It's not like Duquesne's a bad free throw shooting team. They shoot at 73%. That's really not that bad at all. It could definitely be worse, but the Duquesne defense is what got them here. Their offense is what's going to carry them today, because I truly think that those kids that I just talked about are going to be on one today. So I'll gladly take the points with the Dukes.
All right, leaning towards the Dukes. Scoop, do you side with Toast or Andy?
Yeah, I'm with Toast. Duquesne was my favorite play yesterday. I told in the Discord I had 2 units on it unnecessarily, but they came through for me. 5 and a 6 seed here. VCU just doesn't impress me at all. While Duquesne does some things I like, the Dukes are playing great defense. They just held the Bonnies to 40% shooting. Jimmy Clark and Day Grant has been an awesome backcourt right now, maybe the best in the A10 currently. They're really clicking at all the right times. VCU hasn't played a great backcourt yet this tournament. And the way they're playing, they can beat Bairstow and Shulga off the dribble for sure. They're also protecting the ball really well, doing decently on the grass and the glass. VCU needs to be better on offense to stay in it. They've been below 70 points 3 of the last 4 games. Plus, the Dukes already beat them a couple weeks ago on the road by 10. I know it's hard to beat a team 3 times, but I think it's going to happen here. It'll be a close game. And I'm not usually one for playing for something, but Duquesne's coach was out for 5 games earlier this season because his wife had breast cancer. And she was struggling for months. And during this A10 run of 3 games, it was the first time she was in attendance for all these games. And they won every game by 8+. The players said they're playing for her and the coach. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to ride with Duquesne.
I guess. I don't know. This is probably going to be the only one of the 4 I don't bet. I'll put Duquesne up, but kind of seems like VCU -2.5 is the sharp move. But I really don't know. So we got... waiting for the poll results to pop up. I think Duquesne won handedly. Yeah, 51%, 36% in favor of the Dukes. So community definitely likes the Dukes. Scoop and Toast like the Dukes. Andy on a Virginia Commonwealth Island.
Just like yesterday.
Oh, yeah? And you won that bet.
Yeah, I went 2-0 in Islands yesterday. Thank you to Anthony for...
someone needs to adopt the responsibility of tracking Island records.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably too late for this year, but
next year we will remember that.
We can do it for the tournament Thursday.
Yeah, I know, but there's only like 5 live shows left on the year.
True.
All right, Florida, Auburn.
Oh yeah. I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
This is I think the best game of the day. I think it's going to be very, very tight. I'm going with Auburn, and I'm going to use a lot of what I said about A&M yesterday, and A&M probably should have covered in that game, but they're late second half. It was 2.5, wasn't it?
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about the Auburn game. My bad.
No. Auburn, Mississippi State, they cover on Auburn. Yeah. Auburn defends 3 as well. I will give them that. They're doing a better job of it. They weren't great at it in the non-conference, but they've done better at it. And that's pretty much what Florida's going to want to do. They take some crazy 3s. Walter Clayton, if you even give him a foot of space, he's drilling 3s. But with Florida, it comes down to rebounding. If you can rebound with Florida, you're going to play a close game with them, because they can't really do anything other than get extra possessions, because they're not forcing turnovers. They're just getting extra rebounds and offensive second chance points. So that's what Alabama couldn't do. Texas A&M was doing that. They were rebounding well, and it kept them in the game. Auburn's going to do the same thing. Janai Broom's going to rebound. Dylan Cardwell's going to rebound. They're all going to rebound very well. So it comes down to the fact that Auburn's going to have just as many opportunities as Florida, and that's usually what Florida can't do. They can't let you have the same amount of opportunities as them. So I'm going Auburn, I think. Plus, a lot of Auburn, they're seniors. They've never had this opportunity to win the SEC before. I think they're the team that cares about it the most. It seems pretty clear that they are. So, yeah, I'm on Auburn.
All right, Andy's on Auburn. Let's bring up Scoop.
I'm going to keep riding Florida. 1-2 in a row with them. This team's going to out-rebound Auburn. I really think they have a great chance to win here. Yeah, this is the 4 and a 6 seed. The SEC's been wild. Florida already beat this team once. It was by 16 points. It was their only matchup together.
That was in the swamp, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going to take the 6 here. Auburn looked pretty good these 2 games this tournament. Broom's been great. I mean, they're physical. They're proving they can win away from home for once. But I think Florida's even more of a physical team. I said yesterday they can dominate the boards. A&M actually did a great job against Florida, but their defense couldn't slow down Florida's shots. Auburn will be able to rebound. They're not a bad rebounding team at all, but they're going to get out-rebounded here by a sizable margin, in my opinion. Florida should get 10 to 15 offensive boards for second chances, and that's going to mean a lot in a 6-point spread game. Florida's also great at defending the perimeter, and with Auburn shooting the way they did against Mississippi State, Florida could definitely jump out to a big lead here. Overall, I think this game stays close. 6 points is a lot for me for a great Florida team that's right now capable of beating anyone in the SEC, so I will take the Gators.
This is so hard. I'm trying to decide. I want to bet this game because this game's awesome, but like, based on what you guys said, I still don't have a lean. Toast, be the tiebreaker here. Give me an angle.
Welcome to the jungle. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to ride Auburn. I know that they didn't. I know that they didn't cover yesterday. I'm well aware of that. But let's just keep in mind that Florida shot against the Texas A&M defense 53% from deep yesterday, 14 from 26. They also shot 35 free throws yesterday, and made 27 of them. If you guys didn't know, Florida is a terrible free throw shooting team, so I don't expect that to continue. I just feel like this Auburn team, like Andy said, all of the motivation for this team is there. And I just think that they're on a different level right now. Defensively, I think they match up very well with Florida. I understand that the size isn't really there. But I do think that Florida is a little bit soft. So unless Florida is absolutely nuclear from three, like they were yesterday, which I don't see that happening again, not at the rate that they were hitting yesterday, I think Auburn wins this game going away. So I would lean under, and I would lean Auburn as well.
Lean under, okay. I like what you said about the 3-point shooting and the free throws. I'm doing it. I'm with Toast. Tailing. Auburn up. Scoop Island.
Scoop Island.
But the community community is pretty split on this one. Slightly leaning towards Florida. 50%, 47%. Next up, Temple UAB.
Can't believe we're talking about a Temple basketball game today.
Again, we talked about one yesterday.
That's crazy.
Toast, you I think you're sticking with the Owls, huh?
I don't know. The pie charts are having me throw me off. That's what's different. I wanted it to be the other way around. I wanted everybody in the world to be taking UAB.
Well, let's see what the poll comes in on.
Yeah. I lean Temple. I'm sorry. I haven't bet this yet, but I plan to. I don't understand how you fade this team right now. I understand how. I guess we can start with UAB, but I understand that UAB's been really good, but they haven't. I mean, Temple's been beating teams that are much, much better than this team. I mean, UAB 106 in KenPom, SMU 71. I mean, Charlotte's 119, Florida Atlantic 41. I mean, and then you go back into the regular season. I mean, this team lost to UAB in Tulsa. This UAB team absolutely throttled them. But those are the games that we talked about that there's point shaving. So I just have a hard time believing that they're just going to lose by 30 and then come back and do it again here today. So we've seen this a couple times where teams have gotten blown out by teams in the regular season, and then how in the conference tournament they keep this game close. I wish that, like I said, I wish the pie charts were flipped. I wish that everybody was on UAB thinking that Temple can't do this again. But yeah, there's no way I'm landing here with UAB in my house.
I don't see any reason to take not to take Temple money line again. I mean, it was so kind to me yesterday. Why wouldn't I do that again?
So I'm kind of
Temple. Let's go, man. In honor of Headache Smith. Give me Temple. No one's going to get that reference.
That's okay. It was a good one.
Andy.
I have a feeling Scoop's going to be on UAB. I'm going to go with Temple. I think I don't even have a rhyme or reason. They're just playing completely different basketball than they were early on in conference play. As he said, they're beating teams that are better than UAB. So logically, you would think they should beat them. The one time we saw these teams play, nobody really knows how to feel about that game. So every angle kind of points to Temple for me. So I don't know if I'm crazy. I don't know if I'm stupid, but I'm gonna go Temple. I'm probably gonna take the money line too. I think if they're gonna keep it close, I might as well win the whole thing. So yeah, I'm going Temple.
Scoop Island.
Yeah, this is my third island out of 4 games. This Temple runs wild. I mean, I'm not confident, but I mean, listen, in all aspects of this game, UAB should run Temple off the floor. UAB has a miserable defense, but their offense should hang 100 on Temple in a normal situation. What's funny is this is the game that Temple was accused of throwing the game for, that UAB game, like 5 games ago. That was their last loss. They had a 5-game winning streak since then. Temple's going to bomb threes. That's what they do. UAB just gave up 15 threes against South Florida, so I understand why everyone would pick Temple. If Temple's hitting, then yeah, I could see this game close, but I'm gonna still ride UAB. Statistically, logically, UAB should win this game. It doesn't make sense to me. My brain can't comprehend this run for Temple, but there's definite value in betting Temple's money line, in my opinion. But I'm gonna take UAB and lay the points.
Scoop Island again. Every single game is Scoop Island today.
No, he's either going to be really, really good today or really
yeah. I'm either going to go 0-5 or like.
Actually, most likely it'll split. 51%, 42% in favor of Temple. So community leaning towards Temple. Scoop truly on Scoop Island here. Last game. Toast. Big Ten. We'll let Andy Bat lead off here.
This is bullshit.
Did you have Purdue yesterday?
No, I had Wisconsin. I'm not
Scoop
mad about
took
Wisconsin.
Purdue.
I took Purdue.
This was a Scoop Island loss.
No, but he did have Nebraska. That is for sure.
I had Nebraska too. Oh yeah, you definitely had
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
That's what I'm mad about. Nebraska had that game won.
He definitely had Nebraska. We know that.
The reason I'm on Wisconsin.
They had the game won at halftime, Andy? Is that what you said?
They should have had the game won at halftime. That was ridiculous.
They were winning the game.
I'm going Wisconsin, and this is purely because Illinois cannot keep playing with fire. I mean, this team, both games in this tournament looked awful for the first half. They were getting dominated they were getting dominated by Nebraska, not necessarily by Ohio State. It was a close game. But then late in middle of the second half against Ohio State, it was like a 9-point game. So like they were playing with fire, as I said. They are trying to lose these games at this point, and they're winning them at the end. Wisconsin's not going to let you do that. Wisconsin is playing their best basketball. We're seeing their best fastball at the best time. I think they are winning this game. They beat Purdue even with everyone against them, including the refs. The free throw disparaging is ridiculous. Discrepancy, it's ridiculous for those games. And they won with everything against them, so I think they'll do it again. Give me Wisconsin money line, AJ Storr and the guys. Let's go.
Andy, who at Illinois hurt you?
Nobody. I like Illinois usually, but they are literally they're winning games at the end.
Very biased against them.
Happen. No, there's the only Big Ten team I hate is Purdue.
Show us on the doll where Illinois touched you, Andy. All right, let's bring up Toast. Toast, you agree with Andy's bet?
100,000%. I love Wisconsin here today. I really can't say anything else that he just said. Absolutely. Has Illinois been awesome and it paid me out yesterday with that over? 100% yes. That was actually a very good call in the over, by the way, Andy, as well. But I just think that, well, like Andy said, Wisconsin's playing fantastic. And I really don't know if we can count on how many points did Terrence Shannon have yesterday? 40? I mean, honestly, it was just, literally 40. He did have 40. Yeah. So
that 1-3 where he ripped it in somebody's face, and it was like the dagger to go up 7. And he did like a little step back, and it was like a 27-footer, like NBA 3 in the dude's face. And I was like, oh, yeah, Nebraska's done at that moment. It was over.
So, I mean, yeah, he was on fire last night. He went 5 for 9 from deep. And then, I mean, honestly, as a team as a whole, they shot 13 for 35. It's almost nearly 40%. But I just feel like Wisconsin can stay in this game. They're going to, both of these teams neither one of these teams play super fast. Wisconsin loves to slow this game down. Wisconsin can shoot and stay in them. And then, not to mention the fact Illinois' defense hasn't been very good at all in any any point of this year. I mean, especially in conference play. So Wisconsin shoots free throws and can stay in this game, and they actually have the height to stay with Illinois. And that's the one thing that I have talked about a few times on this show with certain teams is they have a height advantage that they usually get that against essentially everybody they play. Illinois is one of those teams. They're top 10 in height, but unfortunately for them, Wisconsin's top 20 in height too. So that height advantage doesn't really go there. So also another thing, Illinois is very experienced. So is Wisconsin. So every huge positive that usually comes Illinois' way comes with a caveat because Wisconsin is pretty much the same thing. So I'll gladly take the 3 points.
All right. Toast is on Wisconsin. Scoop, Wisconsin?
Kyle, who are you on?
I don't want to say.
He wants to be on an island with Illinois.
Well, I'm not with you guys. So, yeah, 2 teams I didn't believe in whatsoever in the finals. Sounds like that makes sense to me. I loved Illinois throughout the season. I'm fading them at the wrong times. I'm taking them here. Big Ten's really hard to figure out this year, especially this dumbass Wisconsin team. I bet against them the whole second half of the season, made a good deal of money, and now I bet them against them all 3 games this Big Ten tournament, lost all 3, so I'm giving money right back. I don't know if I'm dumb not believing this Wisconsin team or what, but I can't forget what they did in the second half. Now this team's rolling, but I also remember I said earlier on the show, I think 2 months ago, I said Wisconsin's going to win the Big Ten, so I'm fading myself here. AJ Store's been insane this tournament. I'm still going to side with Illinois. Illinois has one of the best offenses in the league. Obviously, we already know about Shannon. We saw him yesterday. He's an NBA talent, probably the only NBA talent on this floor. But Illinois is a very quick team.
That guy, what's his name? That guy could play for Illinois. He plays the 4. What's his name? Dawkins or whatever.
Hawkins,
Damask, Guerrier. They should be able to score enough for an Illinois win. But I don't think Wisconsin can stick with their quickness. Wisconsin played an extra game. They just went to overtime. They're probably tired. I think Illinois is definitely going to win this game. If Wisconsin wins, so be it. I've had my share of winning money fading Wisconsin throughout the year. I think they're not a very good team, whether this run says it or not. So I'm going to take Illinois here.
This sucks because I think Illinois wins the game. So that's the side I'm going to be on. But I'm not crazy about laying 3 points in what should be an awesome game that comes down to the wire. Could easily see this landing on 1 or 2. I put the poll at 3.5. Is it 3.5?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's 3.5. So our graphics say 3. When Andy made these graphics, it was 3. So now it's 3.5. I mean, I'm not crazy about laying a game, 3.5 points in a game I think it's going to come down to it. I was on Wisconsin last night or yesterday. Was that during the day? No, it was last night. Was it during the day? When the hell was that game? I was on Wisconsin yesterday. How about that?
During the day.
They beat Purdue on a night or a day where Purdue didn't shoot the ball well from outside. They shot 31% from 3. And although it's a great accomplishment, awesome for Wisconsin, Illinois is a different kind of team, man. They got some athletes, and I don't know if that's necessarily an acceptable resume to think they're going to do the same thing to Illinois. I don't even really like this Illinois team, but I think they're built to give Wisconsin problems. We saw Wisconsin get dominated on the glass yesterday too by Purdue, something where that was one of the reasons I bet Wisconsin, because I thought they could be one of the only teams that beats Purdue in the rebounding battle, and they didn't. I'm going to side with Scoop on Illinois, but I think I want to pair Illinois money line with something, to be honest. Give me like a -10 NBA favorite, something really chalky and disgusting. I'll find it right now.
Something disgusting.
You know what? I like the Clips. I don't want to lay the 9.5. I like the Clips. Let's pull up FanDuel right now. What's Illinois money line, Clippers money line? Let's see. Sorry for the show. This is annoying, but I actually want to tell you exactly what I'm betting. So Illinois money line, Clippers money line -103. Beautiful. Placing that right now. That's what I'm doing. I like the Clippers tonight. I was actually considering laying the 9.5. That's how much I like them. But Harden's questionable, which sucks. And Clippers are, whenever you lay a big number with the Clippers, it almost always they win and lands under that. They're the kings of winning but not covering.
Might be Auburn and Clippers.
I'm taking Wisconsin money line.
Me too.
Bad pick.
Well, I mean, they just won a game where the free throw disparagement was 32-9. They went away from Illinois. They won a game with their backs against the wall.
I don't think anyone is This NCAA tournament is going to be nuts. I don't think anyone's like.
Oh my god!
I'm in.
Dude, there's nobody. There's only one team that I think
UConn
is UConn. They're the only literally who's getting in the way of UConn right now. Other than that, everybody else is going to be battling.
And that's just a crap because they can't play on the road or neutral very well either. So I don't even really trust that team.
So
it's a fair point, definitely.
So that's actually the last game, but I think what we should do is since we have the pick graphics and stuff ready, why don't we each put our favorite 2 against the spread bets under our face right here? Tell me, I'll put it under. Just tell me which one you guys want.
Duquesne.
So Scoop, you're gonna have Duke. Well, hold on. Let me put a big thing at the top of the screen that says top bets so people know what we're doing.
In case anyone's wondering, top bets yesterday. Andy and
I think I went 0-4, right?
Yeah, Andy and Toast were 3-1. I was 1-3, and Sauce was 0-4.
Yeah, because I was pacing myself for the conference championships.
Understandable. You just wanted to make us look good. Well, not me, but
yeah, I did that for the good of the show.
Right.
All right.
Nothing made me happier than GCU winning yesterday.
Scoop, you have Duquesne as one of yours.
Yeah.
So Scoop has Duquesne as a top bet.
When what's his face hit that 3 when they were walking up the court with like 3 minutes to go to cut it to
top
4.
Favorites. I put top favorites. I need a coffee, man.
I think that's the
favorite bets.
Top favorites.
Top favorites.
Thing, but...
I actually really like Yale, but hold on, let me keep scrolling.
Me too. I gotta fucking do your VIP for your website.
I liked I thought Toast Point on Auburn was strong. Thought it was a good handicap. So I'm considering having Auburn in mine.
Mine are Auburn and Wisconsin.
Verona scored, so that's a nice hit for the VIP.
Okay, so I'm putting Auburn as one of mine. You said, what are yours, Andy?
Auburn and Wisconsin.
So Wisconsin's already there. And the other one's Auburn?
Yes.
Good pick with Auburn. I think that's a solid bet. So Andy's top bets are Auburn and Wisconsin. Toast, I have Wisconsin under you. Is that one of your favorites?
Yeah, Wisconsin, Auburn, or Wisconsin, Duquesne, whatever's easiest. Those 3 I like, all 3 of them.
Well, it's favorite 2 bets.
Okay, then Auburn.
It's top favorites, Toast.
So you and Andy have the same top. That's suspicious. You guys have the same.
It's suspicious?
To change mine to
Yale.
Yale.
Make it Duquesne or Yale.
I think I'm going to put Yale in mine too, Toast. I think Yale and Auburn is mine. Scoop, if you had to pick a second.
Duquesne and Florida.
You're having Florida?
Yes.
Bro, don't pick Florida.
Everybody's on Florida today.
That takes Bruce Pearl over Todd Golden. Anyway.
So yours are Duquesne and Florida. Those are ugly 2 top bets right there.
Duquesne, man. Peace.
Yeah, his are just the complete opposites of what I bet as well. Actually, all of us were both.
I think you're 4 of us.
Should I go Yale? I'm either going to go Yale or Temple. Fuck it, Temple.
I was just about to say so none of us are really confident in that UAB game.
No, I'm going. My favorites: Auburn and Temple. Yeah, I like Illinois. I just don't like that it's 3.5. So Auburn and Temple are my 2. So
Andy, Andy, all 5 of our games are different. Actually, I think.
A lot of people were talking about that kid who fouled, that Kent State kid that fouled at the end of the game. I just wanted to touch on this really quickly. That kid has a history of making stupid decisions. So you can feel people who feel bad for him can feel bad for him, but he makes a lot of stupid decisions. He's also the same kid that got suspended last year for making the video in the locker room against Akron. So it's just like constant bad decisions. So just don't feel sorry for the kid. He'll be okay. I just want to put that out there.
Ben Gray's laughing at my Temple pick. I'm gonna laugh all the way to the bank on this one. So yeah, that's top bets. So for people asking for NASCAR, what happened was I explained it at the beginning, but not everyone was in here. I recorded a video, right? I was editing it. I had 3 picks all mapped out. I was probably about 30 minutes away from editing it, uploading it. The video was done. Had all the graphics made. Qualifying finishes, and they switched the odds up completely. My top pick was Chase Elliott to win at plus 2,000. He switched to plus 800. Like, what? And they switched so dramatically that I couldn't even. The video that I just made was unusable. You can't upload a video saying my favorite pick is a plus 2,000 that is now plus 800. If it was serious. What's up?
Serious question. Could you have bet the plus 2,000?
Yes, it was open.
Okay.
Well, what happened was it's on me because
I know. I just didn't know if something.
They used to years ago. They used to do the qualifying on Thursday or Friday. Now they do it on Saturday. So it's on me for not being thorough with it. So yeah, that was the line pre-qualifying. But while I was making the video, qualifying happened. So yeah, it sucked.
If you are on a VIP, there's going to be a NASCAR ticket in like a half hour, and I'll put Kyle's bets on there too. So. Yeah,
cool. Yeah, we'll post it on the website. And NBA is posted too. There's 2 games I like. I bet the Mavs and the Spurs. So yeah, everyone have a great day. Remember to bet responsibly. We'll be back to normal schedule with the uploads overnight and stuff. This college basketball stuff has been hectic, so my time is limited. But tonight we'll be back to where I upload the NBA overnight, and then we'll be back. We should do we should do a show on Wednesday morning or Wednesday to do talk about our picks or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Figure it out. We got to figure out something with a brackets.
I know. Something. I was trying to think of something.
That's the big thing about this. This is you want to bet the spreads, but also the bracket is just literally what this sport is.
Well, Wednesday we could do like a bracket thing with all of us, and then Thursday we
who's gonna? How do you get the picks on the screen and stuff?
Oh,
Oh, we can figure that.
That's light work. That's light work. So
king right there.
I think Wednesday you should do
but during March Madness, like the Thursday, Friday when there's games on, we'll be on at the same time, probably 10:30 a.m. So March Madness, whenever the madness is on, come hang out here before if you want.
Somebody asked about the NIT. I will be locked in. Don't worry.
What?
Jesus Christ.
They still have the CIB.
Not on my channel. You won't, bro.
No,
Start your own
channel. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going to tweet about it because
it's on ESPN.
There's going to be a good NIT bracket. I'll tell you that much because there's a lot of teams missing the tournament.
Oh man.
Disrespectful. Crazy.
I can't.
All right, everyone have a good day. Bet responsibly. See you. I'll upload a video tonight, and I'll be working all day, so I'll be in the Discord all day if you need me. Everyone have a good one.
Yeah.